Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guess what I got today? I got a stimulus check.
It's mine. I have the money is mine.
Probably just like a lot of you, but I already blew mine. I went and I bid it on a car on Monday at Copart, and today we're gonna go pick it up. This car should be an easy flip, hopefully. I'm thinking I'm maybe gonna spend $500 on parts, and that should be it. It doesn't have any front end damage, it doesn't have any rear end damage. It has some damage on the doors, but I'm gonna order 2 doors. It's the front and the back door, and we're gonna replace the doors, and then we're gonna flip it, see if we can make a profit.
We're taking home cold hard cash.
I'm leaving work right now. I'm going to pick up the trailer, and then we're gonna head over to Copart and we're gonna pick up our new rebuild. And I'm pretty sure I'm buying this car sight unseen. I did go out to Copart like a week ago and I looked at a whole bunch of BMWs, but I'm pretty sure this was not one of them. So hopefully it's not worse off than I think it is, because all I've seen is pictures of it. I haven't actually seen it. I don't know if I've seen it in person, but most of the Beamers I looked at didn't look that bad. So this is probably sight unseen. I'm kind of nervous about it. It looks like it's just the doors that need replaced, but you'll see when we get there. Really wish I would have picked the car up yesterday, because yesterday it was 73 degrees, sunny, there's no wind, had all the windows rolled down in the truck. It was beautiful. And today it is 45 degrees. It is cloudy and it's been raining all morning. It's about to start raining again here in like 2 hours. So gotta hurry up, go pick up the trailer and then head out to Copart. Hopefully we can pick up the car before it starts pouring rain again. See you at Copart. So we are here at Copart here in Wichita, Kansas, and we are in line waiting for our turn to go in. You have to get in line on your phone nowadays. You can't just walk in anymore because of COVID or whatever. You gotta sit out and wait in your vehicle until they text you and tell you it's your turn. So right now, I got the trailer back there, and we are just waiting to get that text message. So when I get the text, I'm gonna go in there, get the paperwork, and then we come back out here, and then we gotta wait, and then they'll bring the car out. So get ready to see the car. It should be here soon. All right, so we got our paperwork. That was pretty flawless. We were in and out of there in 10 minutes. Now we just gotta wait till the big tractor thing brings out our, or the big skid loader brings out our car, and then I'm gonna strap her down and get her back to the house. I probably won't review much sitting out here at Copart because it's like freezing cold today.
It's so cold. I'm gonna warm you up. It's so cold.
And it was 73 degrees yesterday. So anyways, we sit here and we wait, and I think there's either 2 people in front of me or 1 person. So it shouldn't be too long. Well, that's not it. Well, I guess I'm next. All right, so I'm just gonna film this as a time lapse because I have to pee really bad.
But I gotta go. What am I supposed to do? Well, whiz in one of the empty beer bottles.
He's gonna bring it out, set it down. I'm gonna strap it up and then get down to the gas station so I can go to the bathroom, because they do not have a bathroom here that I can use. So he's about to bring the car out, and we'll take a look at it here in a minute when I get it on the trailer and after I pee. All right, so I attempted to get it started. I put my jump pack on it. It wants to crank over. It'll crank. The starter is turning the motor. I can't get it to start right at the moment, and it's raining out, so I'd like to get it in the garage before I try to start it. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get this thing into neutral manually, and the only way to do that is to take this cover off, take the key out, and I have to squeeze the manual key out of here. I can do it with one hand. There it is. So I'm gonna take the manual key and stick it to, there we go. That was easy. All right, so take the manual key, stick it down in this little, what the heck? Okay, I guess we just take the screwdriver, take it, stick it in here, and pull it back. Oh, it came back out. Pull it back like that. Now we're in neutral. So now I can push it back into the garage. See, this is a little cover that was supposed to be on it, so somebody's already put it in neutral before. We're gonna get in the garage. I'll get a compression tester. We'll test the compression. We'll test the spark, the fuel, the air, all of that stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it pushed back into the garage. All right, so we got it back into the garage. Right now it's pretty wet in here. I just got done washing the engine bay, so I'm gonna give that time to dry. I got some towels, I'm gonna dry it up a little bit. It's cranking over. It wants to start, but it's not firing. So we're gonna have to we'll get some starter fluid, see if we can start it on starter fluid. If it does, then we know it's a fuel issue. It might be a fuel pump or something like that. It might not have gas, it might be out of gas. Hoping for best case scenario, but my luck, this thing's probably got a blown head gasket or something. Let's go ahead and go over the car a little bit and take a look at it. This is the 2008 BMW 528i. It's got this straight six motor, or it's got a straight six engine. Wow. I see a lot of oil down there. I'm not liking that. But the thing is, you can always put this car back in the auction as it is right now. Just sell it. Like, I don't even have to do anything to it. Could just put it right back in the auction. So if we have a huge problem, like a head gasket or something, I'll just throw it back on Copart. But as of right now, this is it. The body is pretty straight. Got some type of issue going on here with this gap, with the fender and the pillar right there. The fender's sticking out a little bit here. I'm not sure what's causing that, but the only damage other than that on this car, looks like we got a broken, or no, it's not broken, it's just not screwed in. This tab right here is missing the screw. So the headlight's loose in here. Oh yeah, it is broken right here. There's no damage up here on the front end besides this broken tab on the headlight, which could easily be fixed with some JB Weld or some Loctite compound. And anyways, walking around the car, here is the major damage on the car. We got a nice dent in the side of the door right here. Big old dent. Another dent here on this side of the door. We got some hail damage up here. That's fixable. I'm not gonna worry about that unless we get the car running. I'm not gonna worry about any of this until we get that engine running. And we got some issues right here. It's not too bad. And I'm not gonna worry about this. If I'm selling it, I'm gonna leave it as is right here. Maybe we'll touch up these scratch marks right here, make them black. The two main things that I'm gonna replace, as long as the engine will start and run good and it drives good, the main things I'm replacing are these two doors. I'm not worried about those. Those will get replaced. That will get some touch up. But other than that, the rest of the car is really nice. Not too let down on the purchase. It was free money, stimulus check, so it's whatever. And the interior, it's not as clean as I thought it looked in the pictures. Definitely needs some cleanup. I need to get a flashlight so we can have a better look in here. I mean, the carpet's actually in really nice condition. It's pretty dusty. It just needs to be wiped down. See over here, there's a lot of dust. Just dust that needs to be wiped up. The interior will be pretty simple to clean. It's not in bad shape. For some reason, they had a ratchet strap from the brake pedal up to the steering wheel. I have no idea why. Like, I really don't understand that. There's got to be a reason why they had it like that, but I don't know what it was. I just took the ratchet strap off. The steering wheel turns the wheels. Looks like we're missing a trim piece right there. Yeah, I think they might have took the steering lock off of it. But let me show you what it does when we try to crank it over. So I got my jump pack on here. Let's turn that on. Let's get in here and press the start button. Push the brake in. Let's hold the start button.
No, it's not working. The battery's dead.
What do you mean it's dead?
Pretty certain this car has a bad battery because the charger stopped charging. And I believe if this screen wasn't messed up, this would say BAD, bad. It would say bad battery. Because I can't even get it to start charging now. The problem is, with these BMWs, the battery is actually in the trunk. All you have is these jump start cables that come up here to the front where you can actually jump the battery from the front, but the battery is actually in the trunk. Well, this is the problem. The trunk pop button doesn't work. There's two of them in here. Neither of them do anything. You come back here, it's got like an electronic handle underneath here. It doesn't do anything. Put the key in, turn it, try again, doesn't do anything. Still just locked. Now, to get into the trunk and get access to the battery so I can put a new battery in there, I'm going to have to remove the back seat. I pulled the valve or the plastic trim piece off the top of the valve cover. As you can see, a bunch of nasty oily stuff here. That doesn't necessarily mean that these are all leaking or anything, that this valve cover is leaking. It looks like a lot of oil is around here, around the cap. Like this is just from somebody spilling oil and it getting everywhere. But if you look down here, there's also oil down here, which is all underneath this valve cover. So you could have a bad valve cover gasket. So I'm gonna pull up these spark plugs here in a little bit and see if we can't, see if there's any oil in here. Oh, there's a boot. It's dry. And that one looks like it would be not dry. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to break this. All right, so I'll mess with that later. I want to get a battery that I know is good, put in the trunk. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the back seat so that I can get access to the trunk. The bad thing about these BMWs is this seat is actually latched to the back and the only way to remove the seat is to get into the trunk. Well, I can't do that because the trunk is locked shut and none of the buttons are working and it's not opening. So what I'm gonna do is remove this bottom seat and then remove the screws at the bottom of the backrest, and then we'll pull the backrest out. I'll climb under there and undo the latches that are holding the top of this backrest. Kind of sucks because there's no other way to do it. I looked online, read some forums, and somebody said they even drilled a hole through this plastic piece and then stuck a tool inside there to get to the trunk release. There's like an emergency trunk release in there that glows in the dark. It's like a little handle that if you pull on it, it'll open the trunk, but there's no way to get to that unless you can get through this back seat. I'm not gonna drill a hole right here. I don't want to ruin the seat. So somebody else said just remove the bottom of the seat and then remove the screws that are holding the bottom of the backrest, then pull up on the backrest, and then undo the latches at the top of the top of the back seat or the backrest. So I'm gonna do that. Wish me luck. So that was easy. There was just 2 latches on the front of the seat. You just have to pull up on the front and it pops off on both sides. So that's can come out now. It really sucks that I have to do this first thing right when I get the car. Like, what's the luck? Battery's in the trunk, and the trunk buttons in the car don't work, so you can't get to the battery. To remove these back seats, we got Torx bits right there. Got another one over here. These also hold the seat belts in, but they look like they'll be the same size as this Torx bit. Let's see if it works. This is like the only big one I have. Oh yeah, it fits. All right, so we got it. I was able to get this backrest undone. There's just some bolts that hold it down at the bottom, and this backrest doesn't come out without having access to the trunk. It's latched up at the top of the seat, and the only access you have is from underneath, and that's hard to get to if you don't have access to the trunk. So I was able to pry up the seat, wedge some boards underneath there, and I was able to crawl up through this hole, and I was able to grab the emergency latch. I just pulled on that and the trunk popped right open. So I'm gonna have to figure out why this trunk is not opening by the buttons. Yeah, I'm gonna put my seat back together, put it back in there, and then we'll just leave this trunk open. And I'm gonna put a new battery in here, and then we'll try starting this thing again, see what happens. And I have a feeling that's why at the auction they couldn't get this thing started, is because the combination of a bad battery, not being able to open the trunk where the battery's located. Because if you can't open the trunk, you can't get to the battery. And the only access to the battery you have is the jumper connections that are up here in the engine bay. See, we got this little red cap right here. Flip it down, and that's where you can jump the battery that's located in the back of the car. Yeah, so I'm gonna swap out that battery and then try to start this thing again. I know the battery that I got tested the other day was good. I took it to O'Reilly's and they tested it, said it was good. So, hopefully this one's good enough for this car. All right, so the car does start and it is running. I think it's just because it didn't have any fuel. I put about 2 gallons of gas in there, and now it's starting every time without the jump pack. It starts, but it was smoking like crazy, like it might have a blown head gasket or something. So I'm gonna try putting it into drive and reverse and see if the transmission is working, and see if it keeps smoking. I put a bunch of coolant in there a minute ago. It looked like it was empty, so it's probably got a blown head gasket. I don't know if that's something I want to tackle or not, but let's see if she goes into drive and reverse. I lied. It was starting every time. Now we probably got a bad alternator or something. Let's try this again. it's not smoking. So maybe it was just smoking because I washed the engine bay earlier and it was just burning off all the wetness that was on there. But transmission feels good. It shifts good. I haven't driven it yet, so I mean, just going forward and back, I mean, that would count as a run and drive at Copart. So got it to run and drive condition. I think it has a misfire. It might have a misfire. So you can see a little bit of smoke coming out of here, but earlier it was smoking like bad, like it was like just flowing out of there. And I think it's because the whole engine bay was wet. I don't know. I'm gonna order one of those Carly OBD scanners, and that's gonna give me all the information for the check engine light. So that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, now you can really see it coming out of there. We're gonna try that on the next video. I'll have my OBD scanner. We'll scan the codes on this car in the next video. We'll try to make it stop doing that.
Stop it. Get some help.
The thing runs and it goes into drive and it goes into reverse. So that's good. That's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to hit that like, the subscribe.
Come on, touch it.
Oh, Billy.
So you can see if this BMW makes it out of my garage alive or if it dies right here where it sits. I really hope I didn't waste my whole stimulus check. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.